From George Washington's 1789 inaugural address to Franklin Delano Roosevelt's Day of Infamy speech. From the markup of the Bill of Rights to legislation about civil rights, from historic milestone documents to contemporary digital media, the records of Congress tell the history of America's elected government.
The Center for Legislative Archives is the institution created to preserve and make available the permanent records of the United States Senate and House of Representatives. A division of the National Archives, located in Washington, D.C., the Center uses the records in its custody to educate the public about the processes and institutions of representative government and to provide resources that teach citizens about the role of voting and representation in our national history and civic life today.
In our educational programs, the staff of the Center uses hands-on work with facsimiles of historic records to bring the work of Congress into the classroom.
Whether working with educators or students, the Center's staff promotes active learning through problem solving and discussion. We believe that wrestling with open-ended questions about history and government fosters understanding and civic engagement. Here is what teachers have said about teaching with our records.
And I think as teachers too, we're always looking for what will bring kids in. And so to have something real and magical to use sort of, we've talked a lot about as a springboard, so to use as a springboard for something else.
And the dramatic piece, I know you were just talking about how you know, you have a pair of white gloves, you pull the these are reproductions of documents, but just that dramatic piece to it where the students are getting a taste of unveiling something that is old and fragile and valuable just because it's old.
And I think that having some of these primary documents can make what is this big fluffy thing that grown-ups talk about, it makes it real.
You know, instead of having it be kind of a sideshow that I say, oh, by the way, there are these documents, I think I'm really leading lessons with the documents now, starting my entry into a topic from that direction, as opposed to explaining all I want to talk about and then saying, oh, here's a document that relates to it. Their investigation into these different documents starts to form a more complete circle, and I think a deeper understanding of the content.
Engaging through active exploration is a key element of how the staff of the Center for Legislative Archives teaches with archival records. Rather than serving as passive illustrations, the records of Congress are used to engage students in important questions about history and civic life.
My awareness of the use of a specific, what used to be a piece of historical paper, right? So here's, back to the Bill of Rights, here's the Bill of Rights, and it, gave citizens in the United States X, Y, Z. But okay, look at all these other things that we can teach and these other broader concepts that we can teach using this document.
Now I see that I can build an activity from primary sources, and I can think this is incredible. It's what we've been doing in this whole workshop, is saying this document is so cool, how can I build a lesson around it?
Active learning with primary sources from the Center for Legislative Archives and the National Archives will enrich learning in your class.
Visit us online at www.archives.gov/legislative.